Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again, and as usual, we're going to the Mayweather case just to see what sense can we make out of it. Now, before we do that, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Please subscribe because we need to get to that 5K. 2K, I need that 5K. Now, 5K subs, I mean. Now, yesterday we left off where Mnisi was quizzing this lady, Mhlahlo, Yebo Mhlakazi, about her reasons, her convictions, why she had to put the bullet inside of a brown envelope and then into the evidence bag. Now, today, I'm going to give you another clip of her. She's even more cheekier. She's like, it's funny. This is coming from somebody who's trying to convince us she complied. She did the right thing. All the laws were followed, but they were not. Munisi told her this is not the right way to package a a projectile or anything that may be coming from a crime scene. He asked her, "Are you telling me that you don't understand the reason for the plastic, that evidence bag, for it to be clear, the color for it to be clear?" She said she understands. Then Miss wanted to know, okay, exactly why? Why why is it clear? And then she said, just like a moment, she said, for it to so that you can see what's inside. Now, can you explain why you had to put an envelope? An envelope is not clear. Now, Munisi told her there's a problem with how you package this evidence. And then I put it to you, this is not the procedure. She said, no, that's how she does it. She doesn't agree with him, that's how they do it. Then Munisi told her, relax, little lady. Just what I'm going to do is, after this, I guess that's when he's talking about when it's time for him to call his own witnesses. I will request this court to call those people who manufacture this evidence bags so that they can come and tell us the procedure to package evidence from a crime scene. Now, let's listen to her as she just become pathetic and pathetic as we go along. It becomes worse because Minister tells her, you can't explain this. There's no way to try to explain away this, like to explain this away. But she keeps on persisting. Anyway, let me not take too much of time. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that when we drop stuff like this, you are in. Let's get right into it. Peace.
Ma'am. Mr. Musia told the court that in the evening, or in the early hours of the morning when he arrived at the scene, amongst some of the exhibits that he was able to identify and pick up and put into the exhibit bags, into an exhibit bag was the fragmented bullet.
Umsiya ke kubungqina bakhe uxolele lenkundla uba ekufikeni kwakhe ekuzeni kusa phayana enye yezinto awasifumanayo phayana waze wayifaka ke forensic bag ile bullet ke xa ibizwa ngokupoliseni kuthiwa i-fragmented bullet.
Ndiyeva Mhlekazi.
I hear you.
So was that process regular? The process of picking up a fragmented bullet and putting it into directly into an exhibit bag before it being put into either the box that you referred to or an envelope?
Indlela yokwenza leyo ke ngoku enza ngayo ukuthi xa eyifumene lo fragmented bullet ayifake ngqo kwi-forensic bag engayifakanga kulaa box ubuthetha ngayo okanye kwi-envelope.
Andizuphendulela umsiya Mhlekazi.
I'm not going to answer on behalf of Umsiya.
Engakwazi ukuphendula i-bullet point le epackage ndikhona.
The only thing I can answer for is the bullet point which was packaged in my presence on the crime scene.
Ma'am, you have said the protocol that is supposed to be followed when you're dealing with ballistic exhibits that are found at the scene, it's either to put them into a box, the one that you mentioned, or into an envelope, before you put them into an exhibit bag in order to avoid any possible contamination of those exhibits.
Kutsho wena ke ukuba ngaba yinkqubo yenu okanye inkqubo ke yasesipoliseni ukuba ngaba phambi koba into edibene ne-ballistic ngaphambi koba ngaba ke uyifake ngqo kwesi singxobo esi uqale uyifake kulaa box uthela ngayo okanye kwi-envelope.
Ewe nditshilo mhlekazi.
Yes, I said so, my lord.
Kodwa ingathethi loo nto ukuba if i-envelope ingekho awunoyipackage i-exhibit.
But that doesn't mean that in the absence of an envelope, you can't package an exhibit.
And kuxhomekeka na kwi-sharpness of the exhibit.
It also depends on the sharpness of the exhibit
Oyifumene kwindawo yexhayelo.
found on the crime scene.
How does the sharpness of an exhibit affect it being placed directly into an exhibit bag?
So sharpness yayo ke ngoku ina nto yakwenza kanjani ngokuba ifakwe direct kwi-exhibit bag.
Inokuyiqobhoza i-exhibit bag.
It can poke a hole through or make an opening in the exhibit bag.
That is the reason why I earlier on asked you, ma'am, whether you know whether the exhibit bag that are supplied from and by the Forensic Science Laboratory are going through some testing, and then you said I should go and ask the people from the Forensic Science Laboratory, not so?
Iloo nto ke bendikubuzile mayelana ne-testing lena eyenziwayo kwezi bags ezi bendikubuzela ngenxa ke ngoku yale mpendulo unikeza ngayo ngoku waba usithi ke mandiyobuza kubo.
Iyo le nto ndiphendulile ndathi andinalwazi ukuthi bazimanufactura kanjani mhlekazi.
Which is why I responded by saying I have no knowledge as to how do they manufacture them.
I'm putting it to you, ma'am, that there's no need for an exhibit that is picked up at the scene to be put into some bag that doesn't come from the Forensic Science Laboratory before it is put into the Forensic Science Laboratory's bag.
A bag that doesn't come?
I'm saying.
Wait, are you putting to her that there's no need
Yes.
for an exhibit to be put in an envelope
Yes.
which doesn't come from the Forensic Science Laboratory? Is that what you're saying?
Let me repeat my question, ma'am.
Yes, please.
I'm putting it to you, ma'am, that there's no need for an exhibit that is picked up at a scene
Ndithi kuwe ke akho mfuneko ukuba ngaba ke bungqina obucholiweyo kwindawo yexhwayelo
to be put in an envelope
uba bufakwe envelopini
before it is put into a forensic bag.
ngaphambi kokuba ngaba bufakwe kwesi singxobo ke ngoku siyiplastic. Mgama uthi akho mfuneko yoba buqale e-envelopini. Ngamanye amagama nje uthi ingathathwa laa nto ifakwe ngqo straight up ingakhange ifakwe envelopini akho mfuneko.
Andivumelani nawe mhlekazi.
I disagree with you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm at the end of this. I'm going to request the court to assist us in terms of Section 186 to invite an expert from the Forensic Science Laboratory just to come and attest to the process that is being followed when exhibits are picked up at the scene and the usages of forensic exhibit bags.
Thike uzokwenza isicelo ke okanye kunelixa apho ke azokwenza khona isicelo enkundleni uba incede ngoba kubiziswe umuntu ke wapha e-FSL azochaza ke inkqubo mayelana xa kucholwa ubungqina.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ungayenza mhlekazi loo nto kodwa
Yes.
if ujonga amafoto.
You can do that, but if
Amafoto-
you look at the photos, sorry,
Amafoto awunawuxoka iyabonisa i-envelope ukuthi nansi i-bullet point ifunyenwe kwabekwa i-envelope utsalwa kwayo.
Photos would not tell lies because the envelope is placed there, and next to the envelope there is a bullet. Ewe.
Then le envelope yafakwa phakathi with the exhibit number kwale envelope yase forensic.
And that envelope was then taken and placed into the forensic bag with a forensic number.
Yasilwa ya photographer nama details wase station.
Sealed photograph together with the station details.
Na photo 130 ne close up number ye exhibit.
As
back
well
lay.
as photo 130, there is a close-up view of the back.
If icourt beyingixelela uba mhlawumbi le ungixelela uba le exhibit ayifikanga ikuke sisimo kwi forensic or biology or ballistic.
If you were putting it to me or you were telling me that when this bag reached the forensic or the biology unit, it was not in this manner,
Bendiza kuva uthini.
I would have understood what you were saying.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kodwa okwangoku andikakuva uba uthini.
But for now, I really don't get what you are saying.
Please hear me and hear me well, ma'am. This is what I'm saying. You're saying in photo number 128, there's an envelope, and next to it there's a bullet, and in photo number 129, it's an indication of a bullet that has been put in an envelope, and the envelope already put into a forensic bag. That's all.
Ucho Andiba?
Kunjalo
That's
mkhulu.
correct.
I'm not so sure whether you know this, but do you know why forensic bags are made to be transparent?
Ngabe unolwazi
The
na?
color forensic bag.
Ba kutheni na ingqoba ezi ke okanye izingqobo ezi zenziwa ngohlobo lokuba ngaba ke ukwazi ubona phakathi kuzo.
Ndiyayazi loo nto mhlekazi.
I do know that.
Exactly. Why?
Kungoba
Ukuthi kubonakala ukuba yintoni efakwe ngaphakathi.
so that you're able to see as to what is inside.
Thank you. And I'm asking these questions on the basis of what you've just explained here. Go to picture number 129, photo number 129. With your analogy, with your explanation, may you kindly indicate where is the bullet there? As depicted in photo number 129, where's the bullet there? Or where is the exhibit that has just been next to the envelope in photo number 128?
Then the bullet, EP upper bullet photo
Iphakathi kwale envelope
inside the
forensic
envelope,
bag.
which is in the forensic bag.
What confirmation, ma'am, except what you're saying, that this bullet is inside this envelope?
Kuyabonisa apha kubhaliwe exhibit 1. Ifakiwe kwi envelope yafakwa kwi forensic bag. Kule forensic bag exhibit 1 uyabonakala. I-envelope engaphakathi kwale bullet, i-envelope engaphakathi kwale forensic bag iyabonakala.
It is written there when you are on page 128 that it's exhibit 1, there's a bullet. Now on photo 129, there's the envelope inside the exhibit bag, and it is written on it exhibit 1. And uthini apha? Uthini apha?
Iyafalwa. Ne-envelope iyabonakala apha kule
And
exhibit
then
bag.
on photo 130, it is sealed, and then you're able to see, you can see the envelope inside.
And ndiyathemba xa ifika e-forensic umuntu oyifumanayo e-forensic or oyi-analyzayo uzawuyichaza nayo uba ufumene ntoni phakathi kwale envelope.
And I trust that at forensic as well, the person now who analyzed this will then say, what is it that he or she found inside the envelope
And the forensic bag.
in the forensic bag?
So, ma'am, you would agree with me that your explanation, that the reason why forensic bags are meant to be transparent, is to enable somebody to see what is contained in that forensic evidence bag, not so?
Uchila ndithi uba unobangela wokuba ngaba ke zibonakala okanye kubonakale okanye zibe transparent as bags kuba umuntu abone uba yintoni engaphakathi.
Ukucollecta ama-exhibit.
To collect exhibits,
Forensic bag do not collect exhibits. Exhibits are collected by individuals. They are put into the forensic bag, ma'am.
Injalo.
That is so.
Mhlekazi. Ukufakwa kwama-exhibit, ukucontainer ama-exhibit a-collected kwi-crime scene.
It's to place exhibits that have been collected from the crime scene.
I realize that you've got difficulty, ma'am, in explaining the situation away. I'm putting it to you, ma'am, that you saying that the reason why forensic bag are meant to be transparent is to enable someone to see what is contained in that exhibit bag. And in photo number 129, all that is depicted there, it's an envelope that is inside a forensic exhibit bag. I see no bullet there. You see no bullet there. Not so. The court sees no bullet there. My learned colleague for the state sees no bullet there. Not so.
Uthe xa uyichaza xa ubuzwa wathi unobangela kwenziwa uba umuntu abone uba yintoni engaphakathi. Kodwa ngoku kule ifoto akho muntu ubonayo uba bona nje i-envelope kodwa akho muntu ubonayo akubona bullet phaya.
Bendiba ndichazele Mhlekazi lenkundla uba envelope isetyenziselwa ukuthi ifake ubungqina obufunyenwe kwindawo yexhakelo. Ukugcina i-integrity yayo, ukuthi ithi yofika kule ndawo eya kuyo ifike ingendlela eyiyo ingonakalanga.
I think I did explain this to the court that the envelope, or what the purpose of the envelope is, to keep the integrity of the exhibit that has been found, and when it reaches the destination, that it is still in the very same condition.
Le envelope ke eku 129 yiyo le eqokelele obubu le exhibit eku 128.
Now, the envelope that is seen on photo 129 is the very same exhibit that is there, or that collected that exhibit which is on photo 128.
Thank
Iye
you.
yaqokelelwa yafakwa kule exhibit bag yasilwa ya photograph.
It was taken, placed into this forensic bag, sealed and photographed
At the crime scene.
at the crime scene.
Thank you, ma'am. That is what you're saying. That's not what is depicted on this photo. Photo 129. You are busy explaining the chain. Let me tell you, chain speaks for themselves. You don't need to give any evidence wound in order to support the chain. In other words, evidence wound, you don't need to struggle to explain how a chain works. It simply goes on its own. That's a chain, ma'am. That's a chain of evidence, not a bicycle chain, but a chain of evidence. Oh, you did not hear it.
Not that I didn't hear, but I asked you, what if I leave something out? Can you please be brief?
Okay. Let me put it to you, ma'am. That chain of evidence speaks for itself. You don't need to adduce evidence aliwunde to explain the chain of evidence.
Uba kwenzeke ntoni kwalandela ntoni kwathini na ayonto ekufanele uyichaze okanye uyicacise leyo iyazixelela ngokunokwayo.
Njengokuba lezi zithombe zizixela ngokunokwayo Mhlekazi uba kwenziwe ntoni kwi-crime scene.
Just as the pictures or the photos are self-explanatory as to what happened on the crime scene.
Thank you, ma'am. Let us proceed to another point.